I sense something.
Okay, let's pick that up. Another book terrain is notes. Pick this.
I am helpful, am I not?
Touch of Mercy. It's a falchion. +4 bleed. Wow. Whenever it confirms a critical hit on an already bleeding enemy whose hit points are below 80, it instantly kills the enemy. That's fantastic.
Wherever my legs carry me.
Lore nature.
Oh, did you see that?
The tight-fitting lid. The locust creature can sleep inside it unafraid that the swarm will disperse. Fair enough. Okay. 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐬𝐵𝐭. Okay. I want to make sure that we did not miss anything in here.
Forwards.
What's in here?
No, backwards. Backwards.
Obviously something we didn't pick up because, yeah. Because it's not valuable enough. It's 10 pounds, but it only is good for 1 gold. See? Look. Would have missed that. Okay. So let's go see what's in here. Save it. Is this just the way out? Oh, wow. Okay.
Careful now.
I hope you appreciate this.
No secrets can escape my prying gaze.
Somewhat scary but harmless plants that grow in the abyss. Someone lovingly recreated a scene from the wilderness of the demon world. An entomologist tool, a board dotted with pins for displaying insects.
Over there.
I am helpful, am I not?
Balanced defender. +3 longsword wields any shield in another hand. It grants the wielder an additional 3 bonus on attack rolls with this longsword. So it becomes a +6 if you're using it with a shield. Damn. That just opened a little secret passageway here.
I am helpful, am I not?
Holy crap. Scroll of Circle of Death. Okay. What's the ruby ring? I have an interest. So it's just a ring. All right, let's save. Talk to Jerebeth. You discover Jerebeth engrossed in a task. She's holding a locust between 2 delicate clawed fingers, one of the locusts that previously comprised Xanthar Vang, and you watch she slowly pushes a needle into its body. The demon observes the locust's convulsions with fascination. This will require a lot of work to preserve this beauty. It's remarkable that such a thoroughly vile activity can be performed with such mesmerizing skill and finesse. There's something captivating about it, isn't there? I couldn't call such a repugnant spectacle captivating, but it is undoubtedly useful. It is essential to have a clear understanding of how brutal your enemy is. See, using another living being in one way or another, this is the highest form of compassion possible for us demons. To coexist with others we like and to take pleasure in it is simply beyond our capabilities. Greetings, Crusader. Have you finished your business in the Ivory Sanctum? If so, I'm happy to answer your questions now. One of the Baphomet cultists ran from me, Zenedra. She's crafty and shrewd liar. She has a hideout right under your nose, not far from Dresden. Search the temples of your good deities. Search them carefully. One of them is larger than it looks. Tell me everything you know about the crystals. Well, I can tell you a lot about that. I've gone through the ritual myself. When I return to the abyss, I will destroy the memory, that feeling of incredible helplessness and pain, horrifying pain. The crystal is not like an ordinary magic potion you may have encountered before. It changes a demon's very essence, their soul, if you like. It changes you entirely. But you're hardly interested in my rituals and tribulations. Listen, the crystals are brought here directly from the abyss to the Midnight Isles, the realm of Lady 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐽, with her permission and approval. 𝐚𝐻ZEMIRA herself, the daughter of Lord Baphomet, oversees the shipments herself. 𝐶𝐵 has always been in charge of the transformations, but he was not the one who devised the ritual or discovered the crystal's properties. The architect taught him that. See, Areelu Vorlesh is unbearably arrogant. She thinks that she has the right push real demons around. Okay, that was not, I read that as written. She thinks she has the right to push real demons around. She don't think that you've solved this problem for good sooner or later. Areelu will share the secret of the ritual with another, and demons more powerful than you will inundate the lands of the Worldwound once more. Tell me about who you served. Lord Deskari was the one who started the invasion. Areelu opened the Worldwound for him, and she expanded it for him. Later, he was joined by Master Lord Baphomet, now former Master. Few people know that Lady 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐽 has been helping them from the shadows, as is her wont. But commanding forces, battles, all that is beneath the notice of the Lords of the Abyss. Each of them have their archpriest. Deskari has his echo, literally a lesser incarnation of Deskari himself. Baphomet's forces are led by the ruthless 𝐻ZEMIRA, his daughter by blood. Each of the archpriests have a host of powerful beings at their command, such as myself, 𝐼𝐼𝐴, Dazarand, and the captivating 𝐶𝐵. We mustn't forget him. And then there is, all is silent in your head for a moment. Then there is her, Areelu Vorlesh, the architect of the Worldwound, as she's called. Born a pitiful mortal, not a demon, not even reborn in death like 𝐶𝐵. She stands apart from all others. She goes where she wants, talks to the archpriest as an equal, and sees everyone else as underlings, nothing more. I'm not even sure if she obeys the echo of Deskari or if he obeys her. What do you know about her? Areelu, 100 years ago, she was a human, a common eldritch sorceress from Sarkoris. But Sarkoris did not care for arcane magic users. Druids, shamans, and priests ruled these lands, and they despised anyone who wielded magic in different ways to their own. The mages held in great suspicion saw out their days in the prison known as Threshold, and that is where Areelu was held. From her cell, she appealed to Lord Deskari, and for some reason he saw something in that pathetic mortal plaything that was worthy of his attention. No one knows what they spoke of, what they did, but Areelu emerged from her prison cell utterly changed. She emerged when the earth all around was fracturing, and all Golarion shuddered from the wound inflicted on it. Right there, within the walls of Threshold, the Worldwound began to break open. Areelu changed her very nature. She turned herself into a half-fiend on her own, or with the Lord's help, I don't know. Her powers grew exponentially, and many of Deskari's generals surged through the wound into Golarion, saw her as a queen. Gutless losers, Areelu was entirely unaffected by her fame. It was as if nothing could provoke her. Not the hatred of her former people, not the fear and envy of the demons, and this is how she is to this day. She roams between the planes alone, pursuing her own ends. Areelu Vorlesh, betrayer of humanity, architect of everything you see around you. 𝐶𝐵 said that there's a place called the Midnight Fane directly below Dresden. The Midnight Fane, of course, it was built in the bowels of the earth below Dresden, so deep underground that even the power of the mighty Sword of Valor couldn't reach it. It is a chapel of 3 demon lords, Deskari, Baphomet, and 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐽. All of the Worldwound is connected, fused with the abyss, but this place especially so. It contains a rift known as the Gates of Midnight. The chapel is protected against any invasion. All visitors from the Midnight Isles go there. 𝐼𝐼𝐴 and Dazarand have built their nest there. I enjoyed spending time there myself until it became too unruly. That's how 𝐼𝐼𝐴 got away. She didn't teleport away. She went to the Midnight Fane. Remember, we were wondering about that. Where did she go? Because demons weren't supposed to be able to teleport. Yep, now we know. Alright, I found out everything I wanted to know. Goodbye. Doing business with you has been interesting, Crusader. Farewell. I am leaving for the Abyss, for a new patroness, someplace where 𝐻ZEMIRA's wrath cannot reach me. Perhaps one day the Worldwound will again be a place where I can continue my game, but perhaps not. Who knows? Don't kick me out. I ain't done searching here. Good. Thank you. Okay.
Trail me.
Oh, we've done those before, haven't we? Or is that a different one? No. I have a feeling that, hold on. I should have 3. I have 2. One, 2. No, I should have 3. Okay. It's still here.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
There's a midnight bolt here. Question is where?
This way.
I didn't see that we missed any perception checks.
Wherever my legs carry me.
Hold on. Oh, maybe I missed it earlier in the map? Stand by.
Forwards? No, backwards. Backwards!
It's over here. No, that's not the right room. There it is. See? It was around here somewhere. All right. Let us go here. Is that where we wanted to go? Or do we need to come back here? No, because this and this link up. We need to go here. All right. Well, we're traveling. I'll get myself a drink. That was a lot of reading. Again, I will petition 𝐂𝐴𝐿 for their next Pathfinder game, or whatever the hell game they want to make, that I go, oh, I want to play that. Because they like doing stretch goals on their Kickstarters. I think that a good stretch goal, I don't care if it's $500,000, but a good stretch goal would be to be fully voiced. Not everything needs to be voiced, but if a character is speaking Like, we don't need like the background stuff, but if there's a spoken line, there should be a voice actor behind. If the character is speaking, there should be a voice attached to it. That's what I think. Anyway. Why am I... And how bad is my crap? Oh, yeah. Yeah, 2,400 pounds out of 1,050. I was gonna say, is it gonna let me leave here? Wow. It probably won't let me leave the area though. Yep. Too great, it said. All right, let's go to weapons. Search or sort by price to weight. Light mace can go. And these are probably all, no, heavy pick. Go. Scythe can go. Earthbreaker, yeah, that's just a regular old Earthbreaker. Yeah, daggers can go. Okay, everything else is Masterworks. I would rather not drop Masterworks if we can avoid it. Okay, that could go. I don't think we still got 1,400 pounds to drop though. God. Man, all this gold I'm just leaving here on the ground. So sad. We are still over encumbered by a bit. How much does the mass weigh? Oh, not much. Man. Hold on. Hold on. Let's go. It's sad that Regil right now is our strongest character. Okay. Who can cast that? Full strength mass. We did it. Let's get the hell out of here. Well, let me pick the... Let's try it. Screw it. I don't know how much of it I was able to carry with me. All right, now we're going to... Oh, what is this? Mark of Terror. All units in the territory army receive a -2 penalty to morale. All units in the target army... Huh. All right, while we're here, let's... I know that we have an invading army up here. Okay. What are they, level 7? And who do we have up here? The backups, probably. Anyway, let's go home. How could there be someone on the road? We literally teleported. mean, seriously. Oh, Foreign Autumn Haze. Commander, I wasn't expecting to see you here. It appears my luck hasn't run out just yet. May I ask for your help? You notice a sizable amount of blood pooled by his legs. The belt is tied around one leg below the knee, but that doesn't appear to have stopped the bleeding. Talking can wait. We need to help the wounded first. Can I care for him? Let's assess his wound. Thorn has lost a lot of blood. Judging by the pool around his boot, he should have collapsed into unconsciousness long ago. He must be truly resilient. So much blood. He should have lost all strength and collapsed by now. How odd. Is he really that strong? Survey the area. Thorn's strength has failed him at the worst possible time. He has stopped to rest in the middle of an open area where a deadly arrow may come flying from any direction, and anyone approaching him to help will likely be in danger. A lousy position. We go near that elf and we're sitting ducks. Not the brightest idea. Choosing to stop here of all places, or perhaps it's no accident. What are you doing here? I was tracking 𝐂𝐴 and found her lair not far from here. Again, we fought, and again she was able to wound me. She's following my trail here as we speak. I find this all very suspicious. He can't be trusted. This is a trap. Foreign is an assassin of the Winter Council, and he's come here to kill you. Watch out. She's stronger and deadlier than she looks. Slay her before she kills us both. A trap? What are you talking about? His wound is just for show. He's unarmed and full of strength. His goal is to lure you in so his cronies can attack you. I bet they're hiding nearby, waiting for the right moment. An ambush? Who's lying to us? Her or our own eyes? Why would Foreign want to kill me? He's a cold-blooded assassin sent by the Winter Council. That cabal of scumbags dispatches him whenever it needs an inconvenient truth covered up. And as for anyone unlucky enough to learn such truths that might sully our people's good name, well, he washes it all away with their blood. Another lie. Will you ever tire of your deceit? Why'd you decide to intervene? You spared me. Let's say I'm repaying my debt. Or do you think that since I'm a drow, I don't know the meaning of honor? I actually kind of believe her. Yep. That is a shame. If you just believed me, this would have been over more quickly and less painfully. It's unlikely that my associates will grant you an easy death now. Not hiding his contempt, Foreign nods in the direction of the dark elves that have appeared out of the shadows. You gone mad? I was asked with keeping the secrets 𝐂𝐴 discovered from getting out. Knowing your reputation, I was certain that you would otherwise have unearthed them in short order. Therefore, I had no choice but to do this. No one is to blame for this. It's just the way things turned out. Who do you really serve? I serve my people and no one else. Being an elf is not just a privilege, it's an obligation that I bear with honor, no matter how heavily it may weigh on me at times. Liar, you serve a pack of unscrupulous scumbags, a clique of self-righteous schemers. In order to protect their lives, you murder the innocent, and then you hide behind words like duty. How could you ally yourself with the drow? Are you a demon worshipper? I did not seek this perverted alliance, yet it was inevitable. These extreme circumstances forced me to end your life. Aasimar also sought your death, so joining forces was mutually beneficial. If things were different, I would be the first to rise up against her, but it just so happens that you have suddenly become a greater threat to my nation than she is. The Winter Council believes that honor is the perfect shield against any accusations of ignominious... Oh my god. I'm sorry, it's late. That word, axe. Why did you ask for my help in the hunt for 𝐂𝐴? I would have preferred not to have involved you in this matter, and to put her to death myself. Then I wouldn't have had to kill you as well. But after my first clash with 𝐂𝐴, I realized I didn't have the strength. Thus, I decided to use you instead, and I provided some motivation. I set up those skirmishes with the drow so that my words would seem more plausible. I regret that I had to stoop to such baseness. But even more, I regret that it was unsuccessful. All right. You dead. I'm sorry for having to do this. Believe me, I take no pleasure in carrying out this order, but circumstances are stronger than our desires.
Save the last one for me.
Precision.
I knew I would die like this on the edge of the world, defending the threads of nobility that weave my race into a single glorious nation. But at least I do not die in vain. Whose orders are you following? You think that since I'm at death's door, I will reveal the secrets of my superiors? You're mistaken. I and others like me know how to make our hearts stop beating before any treacherous words can spill from our mouths. I'll remain loyal until the end. Aren't you ashamed of what you did? You wouldn't understand. You're not of my people. Just die already. He may have been an enemy, but I have to recognize his commitment to duty. He's a good soldier. Thorin closes his eyes and a quiet, peaceful breath escapes his lips. His chest stops heaving and the fingers it wrapped around his weapon go limp. There's a deep bitterness in Kahless's voice. He even managed to die gracefully, despite being a complete scoundrel. Can I finally get an explanation of what happened around here? Thorin wasn't a dark hunter, he was just a hunter. He served the Winter Council, a powerful elven organization. It wants me dead because I've learned of a very dark secret. That's why they sent Thorin to kill me and everyone I could potentially have told about, meaning you, soldier. Alright, tell me about you. I was born in 𝐂𝐴𝐻 in the blessed forest of the elves. I was different back then, pure and noble, but no matter how beautiful and fair 𝐂𝐴𝐻 was, it had its share of injustice, cruelty, and crimes committed with impunity, and I never could stand crimes going unpunished. I joined the Sunset Wasps, a secret sect of vigilantes dedicated to Calistria. By night, we would bring justice to those whom the law had failed to punish, liars, traitors, molesters, murderers, but the further we went, the more our doubts grew. We asked ourselves how reliable was the information we were getting. Could there have been any mistakes? Alas, it was too late. The whole time, we were puppets in the hands of the priestess of Deskari by the name of Aasimar. That monster had been toying with us, using us to kill innocents. The wasp was revealed to be a locust, and we were unmasked as criminals, outcasts. We were wanted and had nowhere to turn. The only option was to bend the knee to Aasimar, who promised us protection. I was the only one who refused, but I was captured and taken by force. Then, under Aasimara's watchful eye, our apprenticeship began. We did dark, horrible things bathed in violence and spite. Myself included, I did them too. At first I was controlled by magic, then they broke me. And the dark fate, the curse of our people, took us one by one, till finally it embraced me as well. When I saw the monster I had become, I muttered what remained of my will and fled. Mustered what remained of my will and fled. I wanted to tell everyone the truth. Tell them how we were caught in the demon's trap. Let the world know about the dark fate. But Aasimara's hunters, my former comrades, they came for me, and they weren't the only ones as it turned out. Tell me about her. She's a true drow, one who never was a normal elf. And even among drow, she's a dangerous monster. The deadliest of the Deskari's servants. Fear her. Her flesh nourishes swarms of terrifying creatures, and her mind, I've learned the danger of her guile firsthand. What's the Winter Council? Winter Council is a legend, but few doubt its existence. It's said to be a clique of influential elves of 𝐂𝐴𝐻, a mysterious group that watches over the interests of elvenkind, protecting them by any means necessary. Murder, espionage, blackmail, no tool is excessive for them if the reputation and honor of the elven nation are at stake. When I decided to tell the world the truth about the dark fate, the bane of our kind, I signed my own death warrant in the eyes of the Winter Council. They don't want elves to be tarnished by their association with this ignoble drow. They're too scared of being held accountable for the crimes of their dark cousins. It's better to hide this dangerous truth and destroy everyone who knows it. It's been assumed since time immemorial that the drow are either a degenerate branch of our kind or an abhorrent perversion, a mockery fostered by the dark gods. But the truth is that the chasm between the elves and the drow is much smaller than one might think. Any elf can become a drow. Absolutely anyone. Whenever an elf commits unthinkable evil, letting darkness into their heart, they may one day transform. The dark fate is a state of the soul of an unrepentant malefactor who detests the light. An elf like that is no different from a drow, both in appearance and in spirit, and thus they become a drow. She smiles mirthlessly. Her face shows the immense fatigue of the months of wandering, fighting for survival. Such cruel irony. The elves were trying so desperately to convince everyone that they were nothing to do with the drow.